Indecision kills. Indecision. Indecision. Hesitation. It's like the biggest thing that's stopping every single one of you guys from getting what you want is this hesitation. Why do we live in this world where people are so skeptical and they don't trust their intuition? They don't trust themselves to make the decision to go after what they really want. It's everywhere. You can feel it. You know, the stock market took a nasty dump the other day. And a lot of the stock market moves off of psychology. People thinking things are worse than they actually are. Now, is there some bad shit going on in the economy? Sure. But that doesn't take away from the fact that there's a relationship between the stock market and the economy, where people's heads are at. I'm not going to talk to you guys about the economy. What I'm going to talk to you guys about today is this hesitation, this problem in your life that it is taking over and just absolutely ruining your life. I'm going to share some stories from the 75th Ranger Regiment and Ranger School. Okay? And I'm going to share some examples with you guys on what bad leadership looks like, what indecision looks like, so that you guys can ensure you never, ever, ever become a shitty leader. Can you imagine going your whole life trying to climb and you do as good as you can, but you plateau because you reach a level that is so uncomfortable for you, you just can't seem to get beyond it. You plateau because your emotions, how you feel, stops you at that level. Man! Oh, guys. Your fulfillment, your happiness, how good you feel about you, the next level, the price that you're going to have to pay to get to that level, the cost is your comfort. You're going to have to give up your comfort. You might say, oh, well, I'm not comfortable with where I'm at. That's why I'm working towards the goal. But you can be completely dissatisfied with where you're at and comfortable with it. So, indecision. I'm going to talk to you guys. My whole goal of this, I'm not just going to share stories, but I'm going to share some strategies with you guys, okay, to help you break through that next level, okay? If you want a body transformation, you want a life transformation, you want a business transformation, you got to listen up. Because the person that gets the result that you're after, they're really good at making decisions, okay? Poor leaders, shitty leaders, in your household, like your wife, your husband, nobody wants to follow somebody who's indecisive. Like you don't trust somebody that's indecisive, okay? If they hesitate, you hesitate. Think about somebody in your life that you've tried to follow, and when they were like reluctant, when they had hesitation, you didn't want to follow them. You didn't trust their lead. You're like, man, I hope this guy is going to figure it out. But a decisive leader is one that people want to follow. When I got to the 75th Ranger Regiment, and like I said, I'm going to talk to you about Ranger School too. When I got to the 75th Ranger Regiment, man, they just had zero tolerance for people that couldn't make decisions. Like, if you showed up, I remember there was this officer there when I got there. I don't remember his name. But he was there as I was coming in, and they went out, his platoon and the battalion went out and did this field training exercise, and they had a little security perimeter set up with the patrol base inside, right? They're doing night ops. So basically what that looked like for you civilians that are out there is they had taken a helicopter to a location. They had gotten off the helicopter. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure I got the story right. No. Sorry, this was in Yakima, Washington. So it was during TFT. So basically they shuttle all the Ranger Battalion out to this location up in Washington. And then all the companies, the platoons, they go do ops during the night, mostly. Well, this one platoon was out, and they were in their patrol base, and they were doing raids out of that patrol base. Okay? So a patrol base is a base camp. And during one of the nights, an enemy force, came up to the patrol base, and the platoon leader was inside, but some of the guys from the platoon, the friendlies, were out doing a mission. Well, the platoon leader, with his little group of guys, he was indecisive. This guy comes walking up who didn't have a weapon out, but he shouldn't be walking by himself towards the patrol base. He was a person walking at night towards a patrol base, towards a fortified position, essentially, you know, like a military position. That person is considered a threat, right? And not only that, but then when the friendly forces, the Americans, started telling him to stop, he didn't listen, and the whole thing escalated. And what he did, he pushed himself, the enemy guy, okay, he pushed himself into the patrol base of the friendly forces, which means nobody stopped him in his tracks and said, dude, you're not allowed to fucking come in here. Nobody told him no. Nobody said stop, and made him stop. Maybe they said it once or twice, but they allowed the guy to roll into the patrol base. He got into the patrol base, which is a big fucking no-no. You do not allow some stranger to get into your patrol base. And when he got in there, he opened up his vest and he clacked himself off. He was a suicide bomber. So the instructors, not their instructors, the evaluators from the Ranger Battalion, they were like, what the fuck? And that platoon leader literally got fired. Pulled out, gone, done. In the conventional army, you probably would get counseled and maybe some retraining. But in special operations, fuck no. We're going to war, bro. We're not playing around with, like, training you at the most obvious shit. It's crazy, dude. But he froze. That happens to everybody. It happens to all of us. So I'm not knocking him. I mean, a little bit. But, like, shit, bro. Like, I don't know where his head was at. I'm just saying I've been in that spot where you're kind of, like, nervous and shit. But you have to make a decision. You have to make the decision not to let the dude into the patrol base. It's very simple. You shoot the guy if he freaking isn't listening to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you warn him first, but escalation of force? Fuck. It's either him or your guys. That's the reality of it. It's the truth of it. An indecisive leader is one that nobody wants to follow, and it's a guy that gets fired. You up-and-coming leaders out there, in your family, in your business, in your workplace, how decisive are you? Guys? Because when I got out of the military to pursue my dream of building a coaching company that builds leaders, effective leaders, I swore I would do whatever it took to teach people the lessons that I learned from the military, from a small town kid, make them decisive, make them effective, make them lethal. And when I got out, I looked around, I'm like, holy shit, dude. No wonder this country is fucked. People can't make a damn decision. They take 10 days to make a decision that takes a person 10 minutes. I've been there, but the reason I'm so passionate about this is that I've had to remove that indecision from my life, and I've seen people get hurt, and I've seen people get killed because they can't make a damn decision. Giving up the drink. People that can't make a decision to give up the damn drink, they get fucking killed or hurt. In Ranger School, I'm there in Ranger School. I'm freaking, excited to be there. For an infantry officer, that's a big deal. Ranger School, it's like your whole goal is to get through Ranger School the first time, not recycle at all possible. But, there's a lot of pressure on you, and there's a lot of performance anxiety, and I had all that shit. I remember all the other lieutenants talking and getting nervous about Ranger School and trying to strategize on how to pass it the first time through, like not getting recycled at all. And I remember being in IBO, like the infantry school, and everybody was having those conversations. They were talking about the fear, right? They were like, man, I really hope I get through the first time, and they're trying to pick the brains of everybody. Bro, I just checked the fuck out from all those conversations, and I just focused on every day that I was in, and I told myself when I got to Ranger School, I was going to handle business. That was my decision. I'm going to block out the noise, and I'm going to get there, I'm going to handle business. And I'm only going to listen to the motherfuckers that have passed. I'm not going to listen to all these people. This is one of the biggest mistakes a lot of people made. All these other lieutenants were listening to people that failed Ranger School. Bro, what happened? What happened? And then that narrative became their narrative, their belief system. Like somebody that failed Ranger School, they're like, yeah, I got 49. You know, they didn't like, I did 49 push-ups when I got an asshole grader. You don't want to go to Ranger School and like get that asshole grader. But the real problem was that the dude sucked at push-ups. He didn't get 49. He sucked at push-ups. But now he's telling everybody else that the problem is that they have asshole graders at the course. That was a lie. I just ignored all that shit. And I kept my head down. I got to Ranger School. I had some close calls, but I ended up making it through the first time without restarting Ranger School. That's not a common thing, and I felt very lucky that happened. But I had some close calls. Low peer evals in the first phase because I was a quiet gray man type. I learned my mistake, and by the end I had top peer evals, which meant that my peers saw me as a strong leader at the end of the course. Weak when I came in, strong when I came out. I learned from my mistakes. But the whole point is I watched the guys that failed. I saw the people that recycled. I saw the people that got dropped. And you know the common trait in the people at Ranger School that got fucking dropped and that didn't make it through? It's two things. One, lack of integrity. Doing the wrong thing when nobody's watching and then getting caught. Number two, being indecisive. Not knowing how to make a damn decision. When it's decision time, they freaking panic. They cut out. They freaking get so stressed. They get so nervous about the outcome. They spin in circles and they never decide. You guys, when it comes to your decision making, remember that it's not always a right and wrong decision that you're faced with. Sometimes both decisions are right and you got to clean it up as you go. Success is about breaking shit and cleaning up. Breaking shit, cleaning it up. Making a decision and cleaning it up. And that's what I want you guys to start doing. I don't care how many times in your past you have tried to approach the goal that you're after. Weight loss, freaking starting your business, freaking changing your life, you know, getting more I don't care how many times you've tried. A winner will fucking keep going until they get it. But what a winner does not do is sit in indecision. I had a guy come through my funnel yesterday, and I don't know what the hell is going on with him, but you know, he's like, he's all serious about getting some mentorship, and he messages me, and he's like, yeah, bro, I'm interested, yada yada. Here's what's going on. I'm like, hey, this is the perfect fit for you. Let's get to work. Let's not waste time. I'm decisive. This is the perfect fit. Let's make time. Let's fucking get to work. I'm not gonna sell some people some shit that's not actually gonna help them get where they want to go. That would be stupid. Because what kind of story is that person gonna create afterwards? That would just ruin my business. Plus, it's the wrong thing to do. So anyways, I guide him. I make a decision. Hey, bro, this is the perfect program for you. You don't need anything more than that. You don't need this other shit. That's overkill. This program right here. Personal development. That's what we need to focus on. I'll help you with fitness. I'll help you with mindset. I'll coach you on personal development. And then you can ask me whatever you want about the military and wherever you're going with your life. He's like, all right, I'm in. And I'm like, cool, I'm on a coaching call. Here's the link. Dude fucking ghosts, man. And then comes up with an excuse several hours later that he got pulled into some shit at work. Bro, it's a freaking payment link, man. It's a freaking Stripe link. It takes 10 seconds to click, purchase, roll. Like, yeah, you know, maybe he had some shit going on, right? So maybe I give it a little bit of grace. But my point is that I still haven't heard from him, and it's today. That's taking up mental space inside of my mind because when I have a task, I see it through. So now I have a back-end process that I got to follow with this damn task. Like he's left the company hanging. I want to invest in myself, but he didn't click the link. Everybody knows. Now everybody's waiting on him. Is this guy in or is he not? I don't fucking know. He's ghosting. And, you know, I don't chase clients, man. If I have to chase you, like, you're the wrong type of person for me to work with. I do not. That is a problem waiting to happen. I am looking for the self-starter, the go-getter, the guy that can self-assess and be like, I need help. I'm going to drop my ego, drop my pride. I'm going to come in. I got some questions I want to ask you about. Tell me what to do, and let's get to damn work. But point is that this guy, and if you're watching the video, bro, like, I'm not bashing you. I'm being real with you. I'm like one of the only people in your life that will be real with you. This type of behavior, indecision, guys, it's not even about the link. It's about being indecisive. And if I'm wrong about, maybe he's not being indecisive, maybe he got in an accident, prayers to him and everything, okay? So shit does happen. I've seen that happen before too. I've seen life happen, okay? It does get in the way. But let's just hypothetically say all of us struggle with indecision, right? All of us, myself included. What we want in life is governed by decision more than time. You want to get in incredible shape, you want incredible marriage, you want incredible life, you want incredible business. It's not about the amount of time it's going to take to pull that shit off. It's about the decisions that you make on the way. Decisions lead to destinations. Decisions lead to destinations. Okay? And the decisions that all of you guys have to make, okay, in your career, your business, your marriage, all of that shit for the next level. The decision that you have to make that takes you to that next level is you have to make the decision to get uncomfortable, right? Discomfort is the price that you have to pay for that next level. Being uncomfortable with the investment, being uncomfortable with the decision, like when I moved from Colorado to Florida, being uncomfortable with moving my life, being uncomfortable saying, fuck it, I'm sending it, I'm going. So guys, do not be like the Ranger freaking from the 75th that got fired from his job. Don't be like those Ranger school dropouts and recycles that can't make a fucking decision. In life, be the leader that's decisive and cleans shit up as you go. Decide what you want and then figure out how to pull that shit off. Decide what you want, figure out how to pull it off. That's what winners do. Okay? I got a quote on my Twitter. It says that. It says, fall in love with asking yourself, how the fuck am I going to pull this off? And then work your ass off to achieve it. I've had that on there since 2021. Maybe 2020. But that's the message, guys. It's not time that's separating you from your goal. It's decision. That is the message. Winners, man, they're decisive. Great leaders, they're decisive. Let's go out there and be motherfucking winners. Hell yeah. Let's get it. Conquer all.